Thank you for joining me, Kenner French of VastSolutionsGroup.com, where we're going over the Entrepreneur's Ultimate Toolkit presented by VastSolutionsGroup.com. We're going over specifically today installment number 6 of the 12-part series, The Entrepreneur's Essential Financial Tips. If you recall, this specific, let's just call it a voyage for this toolkit, the Ultimate Toolkit, is really going over, specifics for entrepreneurs from the idea stage all the way to the grave when they sell their business, the legacy of insurance planning, marketing, basically everything in between for the business owner after he or she comes up with the idea, the marketing of the business, getting partnerships, selling the business, basically everything that an entrepreneur would want to know. Hence the reason we call this the Entrepreneur's Ultimate Toolkit presented by VastSolutionsGroup.com. And I'm Kenner French. I'm an executive at the company. Why don't we go ahead and let's get started. The Entrepreneur's Essential Financial Tips. Small business owners should conduct an annual assessment of their personal finances. Owners of small businesses have much the same concerns as everyone else, except one thing, generally speaking. They are personally responsible for the fortunes of their enterprise. In a sense, a small business is, to a certain extent, like a family. And there are these kind of important families in American economic life. After all, small business is vital for the U.S. economy, employing half of private sector workers and creating 2/3 of all net new jobs, according to federal data from just recently. Let's go over the 10 tips to follow in weighing a small business owner's financial plan. Number 10, budget and saving. The general financial planning rule is that you should save at least 10% of your income on an annual basis. You should also review short-term and long-term goals to ensure you're saving enough to meet your objectives, Mr. or Mrs. Entrepreneur. Number 9, maximize contributions to retirement plans. Depending on the size of the company and number of employees, there are many different methods to save for retirement. On an annual basis, business owners should work with their accountants and advisors to determine the most appropriate savings vehicle. Retirement plans, as an example, 401ks, individual 401ks, or solo Ks as they call them, individual retirement accounts, simplified employee pensions or SEPs, IRAs, Roth IRAs, defined benefits, the list goes on. This will not only help achieve the goal of saving 10% of your income, but it also helps to minimize taxes. Number 8, create and review estate planning documents. It's important to create wills, especially if you're a successful entrepreneur. Hopefully most of the people listening to this are in that category. Also updating and preparing living wills, medical and financial power of attorney documents. These documents should be reviewed annually as your personal goals and estate laws change and your state and federal scenarios change. Life insurance. Number 7, life insurance. Various types of life insurance are available, including whole life, variable life, universal variable life, and term policies. They provide a death benefit when the owner of the policy passes away. It is important to review your policies yearly to ensure the coverage is adequate to protect your loved ones. Also, financial situations may change. You may no longer need the full amount or type of coverage. Number 6, disability insurance. Statistically, you have a greater chance of premature disability other than death. So there's a high likelihood you're going to be disabled versus a premature death. Therefore, it's important, very important, to own adequate coverage to provide for you and your independence. If you're not able to work annually, you should review your policy for the type and amount of coverage. Number 5, business insurance. As a business owner, it is important to own insurance that will allow your company to run if you are unable to actively participate in its daily operations. The insurance may be used to hire a person to substitute for you as an example, or to replace income from your business if your company no longer exists. Number 4, long-term care insurance. Due to the increasing costs of healthcare, especially in the United States, long-term care policies are evolving to deal with that. Many older policies have become more expensive to maintain or are no longer provide enough coverage to meet long-term care expenses because they've gone through the roof. Each year, review the costs and actually, if they're even needed, depending on the circumstances, you might be able to cover yourself cash-wise as well. Several college savings vehicles are available to provide tax advantages and an array of investment options for college savings, by the way. So I'm throwing that one in there as well. Number 3, tax planning. Annually, you should meet with your accountant to discuss tax planning strategies. Tax laws frequently change, federal and state, and even municipalities. In addition, there may be changes to your business that could affect your taxes. Hopefully not increase them, but potentially lower them. Number 2, investment allocation. Review your entire investment portfolio to ensure it is allocated to meet your current and future goals. As your goals and needs change, your portfolio allocation should be adjusted or readjusted accordingly. Finally, we had a special section for this educational planning, as I mentioned before, about college education. 529s, Coverdales, Uniform Gift to Minors Acts or UGMAs, Uniform Transfers to Minors Act or UTMAs. Much like healthcare costs, college education is going through the roof. You got to review those on an annual basis. And if you don't, you just never know, especially taxes. You just never know what's going to happen. Speaking of taxes, that's the reason we employ artificial intelligence, because we want to keep in touch with what's going on. And that's how artificial intelligence, or our black box that we call Einstein, has helped us, or is helping us, I should say, we're in beta, in knowing exactly what's going on as the tax laws change. We want to utilize artificial intelligent computers to help us lower the tax liability for our small business owners. So anyway, that's where you are at the finish line. We're at number 6, the Entrepreneur's Essential Financial Tips. We're at the halfway point. We're at the finish line of this specific installment, but we're halfway through the Entrepreneur's Ultimate Toolkit presented by VastSolutionsGroup.com. Hopefully this one has been of immense help. And if you have any questions, 888-808-8278, or you can give us a call, or you can check us out on the web at www.vastsolutionsgroup.com. Once again, Kenner French, it's been a pleasure.